Why is it weird like that? Why am I like YouTube? I swear to fucking God, bro. You are fucking me. YouTube. What did I say? I just say share to groups. Oh, look at that. Share to groups. All groups? That's what? That ain't even my groups, you fucking dildo. What the fuck is that shit? All there's literally like 4 groups up here. That is not all. That's literally 4 groups. That, and they're not even groups. They're just. They're not. Everything's stupid. Okay. So there's my stupid face. Ah, fuck, something got in my eye. Oh my God, today is just being weird. So anyway, oh, it's good to be back on YouTube. I think. Am I doing the glitchy thing now? No. Kind of. I think my camera's just having an error. Oh, I am having a weird issue with my, I think it's my, oh, there's a plate in the floor over there. What the fuck, dog? God damn it, my dogs. They keep getting into everything. It doesn't matter. I know what's going on. Pee pee poo poop. Oh, no glitch there. All right, man. Dude, you don't have a beard no more? Fuck your bald baby face. Yeah, be jelly, bro. Be jelly. Oh. I'm just kidding, dude. It's all good. You know, once, by the way, Anthony, and it never came to fruition, but you're in a comic book of mine. True story, bro. Who let me out of jail? No, dude, YouTube banned the shit out of me. It pissed me off so bad. And man, I'm so mad. I'm miffed. I'm miffed about it. But really quick, Anthony, yes, you're actually doodled. Oh God, that was supposed to be so much cooler. You're actually doodled in a comic book of mine. That unfortunately never got completed due to the fact that the other guy that was involved kind of bailed on me and it sucked. And I wasn't able to finish it. Also, fun fact, today I got a package in the mail from Sticker Mule because they did a thing. You recall? Oh, okay. So did I tell you about it, or did I tell you about you being in it, or did I just tell you that I don't know. I don't think I ever told you you were in it. Maybe I did, because I can't keep my big fucking fat mouth shut. But anyway, Sticker Mule today delivered me some stickers for $1 because they have a promotion going on right now where it's like 10 stickers of your design for $1. And so I just got those in today. Oh, I asked your permission. Okay, bro. Okay. See, that was a long time ago. And I haven't really talked to you much over the past couple, 3 or 4, 8 years. And so I was not sure if I recalled ever letting you know about it, or if I just did it. My brain doesn't work very well, dude. Sorry. So thanks for reminding me. I'm glad I asked your permission, because I usually do try to be a good guy and ask permission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, they give me 5 extra. Nice. So in the recent upswing of my video production services, by the way, that I have started doing, I am officially opening Mr. X Media Solutions. By the way, it's backwards, but I got stickers for the sole purpose of putting on my I Love Sticker Mule. I very much appreciate you and the consideration. Well, thanks. I try, like I said, to be respectful, but sometimes I like to surprise friends or people I respect and know, and I'm like, oh, by the way, I did this. I hope you don't mind. And And usually people are like, "Oh, dude, that's cool, man. Thanks." But like I said, if it's all possible and it doesn't ruin the cool factor, I'll have to show you the pictures of it at the very least. And you know, like I went I past couple of days have been very stressful. My brain's has been kind of shutting down. But I attempted to continue finishing the project on my own. It was a very big undertaking, the last half of which didn't he was supposed to take care of, like the coloring and the bubbles, the word bubbles. That was a little, I'm not good, but yeah. I did attempt to finish it up and I got quite a ways in it, but I had too many other projects on hand, including the Biotank card game and stuff like that to get going, and a couple other things. So it got put on the back burner, and unfortunately I never picked it back up because it kind of burned me out, and it also kind of depressed the hell out of me because I felt kind of abandoned in the project. And so I let my own self-defeating feeling, and I really wanted to be a comic book artist growing up. That was a big part of my drive for that. But because I felt defeated, I never felt like going back to it, which sucks. But yeah, the stickers did come out really good, and they gave me 5 extra, so I'm really glad about that. So, but these stickers I solely got for the purpose of sticking on like my audio cases. So, did the Biotank sink? No, actually, it did really good. It's still fine. It's just we had for a couple of years, like in a row, we had some garbage shit happen, like death in the family. I have a partner in the business, and between the two of us, there was death in the family, and then I got super sick and almost died. And then had gallbladder surgery, and then had meningitis or whatever, and that's when I almost died. And then like, dude, it was a mess. So for a while there was a whole bunch of shit that just went like sideways. Oh, and then we had a $12,000 fuck up with the company that our manufacturer company, right before some big conventions came up. That was a few years ago, right at the same time. So it really sucked, where we put in a huge order and we sank everything into it. All or nothing move. And yeah, it fucking shit in our face. And I was like, oh my God, this just like bankrupt. We're done. You know, we're gonna have to like sell our cars and stuff to make this up. But what happened was we sent over the files, everything was good. It was a whole big caseload of stuff, all the decks, because you know, I mean, if you haven't seen it, our decks and stuff, they're like, it's a real game. It's a real, you know, deal. It's like Magic the Gathering. It's a legitimate card deck, it's wrapped, it's got instructions, it's a full thing. It's a legitimate deal. It's not just, oh, you made a card game. No, it's fully, you know, manufactured and it's done. So the manufacturing company that we have, I guess they blamed it on having a brand new printing press, a brand new printing machine. And so when we got the cards, I always do a quality control check. So I take one of every deck that we get. So if we say hypothetically ordered like 10 decks of each, you know, we'd get like, because there's like 10 different decks and then 10 decks of each, let's say, I would open one of each. So it means we'd only have 9 to sell. And those 10 would be for product, you know, presentations, showing people how to play at like comic shops or game shops, et cetera, et cetera. And we would just set those aside, or for freebie giveaways and things like that. So that way we wouldn't have to, but we have to know that the quality of that set is good. Before I sell it, I always do quality control. So when I did quality control for this huge order, the biggest order we'd given ever, you know, I started looking through, boom, 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 and I immediately noticed that there was these major screw ups in the ink and in the artwork and in the words, like big blobs of coloration and massive differences. And there was like these weird squares, and I'm all, what? And we had, I think, like a week before the big convention's coming up. And I was like, nope. This is trash. The company we've been doing this through for the past few years just went full fucking bullshit on us. And what the fuck? So we hit them up. I showed them examples of previous work and all that stuff. And they were like, you sent the wrong kind of file. And we're like, this is the exact same file we've always sent, dude. No. And they're like, well, we got a new press machine, a new print machine. It must be that. And we're like, and how are we going to fix this? So they ended up doing a rush order, which was great. They didn't comp us. They rush orders, redid the whole order minus one of the decks. So we're out an entire Biotank deck, which kind of sucks because it was one that everybody loved. It was the Chaos Sphere deck. But that's fine. So 9 of the caricatures, full orders came through. Compared to nothing last minute, and it got there like the day of, before we had to go to the conventions. Like it was before we had to go to the first convention, because we had like back-to-backs and then like another one the next week or whatever. Like it was crazy. So like the morning of the first one, it got there and we were like, oh, and I was all busting open a fucking pack, and I'm all, okay, they're great, they're good, they're perfect, they're fine, all right. And it was pure fucking luck. So crazy. Anyway, so today, everybody, instead of painting, I am going to do some design work. Now, I'm currently working on a design for my daughter's business, because she's opening her own business. Kyra is. She's 9. Well, she's 8, going to be 9 soon. But I'm working on her design, but that's separate. It's a little anime chibi thing, not my style. I'm actually going to pay somebody to do it for me, but I'm mocking up the basic design, and I've already kind of scrapped together a basic concept of how she's going to be standing. But it's beyond my artistical ability to do the anime style, so I'm definitely going to get somebody else who can. You just got your vaccine. Good. I mean, if you're wanting a vaccine, good job. For those who don't want a vaccine, bad job. But my sister and her husband just got theirs also, and they were pretty like wee about that. So to each their own, man. My sister and her husband actually got the corona. We had the corona through our household too, but they had it and they got pretty roughed up by it, I guess. But they're alive. But my designs that I'm going to be working on today are because I got a whole tub of monster clay. I don't know if you guys know anything about monster clay. It's a wax kind of based clay. It's really hard, but it heats up and is affected by heat. Yes, sweetie, what's up?
Hi.
Hi. I love you. Okay. So anyway, monster clay though is for sculpting things and all that jibber jab. So I was working on. Can you have my phone? Yeah. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Yeah. So I was working on a while back, Mr. Maggot, as I called him. Let me see if I can get him. Yeah, Mr. Maggot, as I was calling him. And I was going to mold this weird, creepy, maggoty character. But as you can see, when I added the other clay, it started breaking up and screwing up. So I was at a crossroads as to what to do with him. And now, what are you doing? Oh, you're cleaning it. So now I've decided instead I'm going to use the monster clay, rebuild Mr. Maggot, along with a few other designs, creature-wise. And if you guys recall, God dang, I am just loaded with the ability to grab things here at my leisure. Good thing I'm a... Oh, where'd it go? Where did they go? Right here. If you guys recall, back in the day, muscle men, right? They were like these. Book. Right? Now, this is actually, ironically, strangely, like new school versions of that. Right? But they're like little rubbery guys. Right? And they're called Kishi or Kaishi rubber material. And I think I'm going to make some. Only creepy, evil, scary, monstery little things out of monster clay. And Mr. Maggot's going to be one of them. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to design some creepy, weird stuff. Like, and I'm going to do it on the big board too in a minute. But I think I want something like, I don't know. That's my thing. I'm trying to throw some designs out there. So if I was going to make a Mr. Maggot, I want him to be just a, can you see? You can't really see. I'm just going to have to use a magic marker. What do you mean,
I was laughing.
At what?
You said I'm going to... I can't see it.
Magic marker.
A dumb voice.
Yeah. But I figure what I'll end up doing with Mr. Maggot is just having a nice little kind of creepy head. Man, wish you could see it a little better. But bah humbug, I say. A bah humbug. But he's going to be kind of along the same lines as he is here still. You know? So I'm going to have kind of the, where he's going to have more of a, like, a brow thing. He's going to have kind of this head going on, or, you know, basically the same overall appearance, where he's going to be just kind of like some kind of weird monster slug. Correct, sweetie, good job. And I do want him to have like normal human teeth that kind of end up going back, you know. Fucking chair. I know, sweetie, don't cuss. I'm sorry. You didn't have to say it that time.
Good job for reminding yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Good job for reminding myself, she says. She always has to remind me not to cuss on here. She's like, don't cuss on there.
I hear you a lot sometimes, but I'm too lazy to get up.
Oh, you could just yell at me from across the house, but...
I know, but sometimes I can't yell out loud.
Cool. Well, thanks for not yelling at me all the time, then. But I basically, I'm going to just have him be this bulbousy, weird...
Slug.
Yes, slug thing. We already talked about that. Yes, weird, sluggy, you know, maggoty guy. And so he's just going to kind of be...
Maggot.
Yes, we got it, Cara. Very big maggoty guy. And I wanted to just kind of have the, like,
Maggot.
Oh my God, sweetie, I swear to baby Jesus.
You don't believe in it.
Oh man, my arm is, time to cuss more. No, I'm not going to cuss more. I need to not be so cursy, I guess.
Cuss. Don't tell him to cuss.
But yeah, I want this to have kind of little spiky hands, you know, little maggoty, little claw, little fat worm body hands at one point. In the end, is my overall plan for him. Just to kind of be like a little fat maggoty guy, you know. That's my overall idea for him. I think it'll be all right. And but when I make him out of the monster clay stuff, I might put 2 claws on him. I'm not sure on the bottom. like that. You know, I might do that. I might go with something like that. Yeah, that'll look all right. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Your maggot reminds me of Slimer from Ghostbusters. I can kind of see that, maybe a little bit, but only because he's just like a fat gibbly pile, you know. God damn it, where's my other marker? God, you know what, kids? I swear to baby Jesus. Okay, never mind. They didn't steal it this time because this is kind of drying up a little bit. But just trying to give it a little bit of something there so you can kind of, well, it's too dark. It should have been more like, fucking hell. But I wanted to just kind of have like weird, you know, like when it's all said and done, he'll have like weird blobby marks all over him and stuff. And, you know, he'll look gross and weird and nasty. That's my plan, at least, making him look gross. But I want him to have kind of a cool bulbousy look all around him too, not just there. So I want his eyebrows to be a little bit more, you know, and his head to be sunken in. Have his little cheekbones kind of a little bit of something. Just something, you know. And then, of course, you got like kind of like that weird little kind of cleffy pig nose thing going on there, but not exactly. But yeah, that should be good. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Just a little fat maggoty guy will be good. So that's what Mr. Maggot. Wait, he'll have a little hat too. I forgot. Because his name's Mr. Maggot. He's a sophisticate. He's a very sophisticate maggot. So we're going to give him a little top hat in the end. And what I'll end up doing for that, by the way,
Apparently your dog's throwing up a lot.
my dog?
Yeah.
In the house?
No, outside.
Really?
Tara said she threw up 4 times.
Really?
And it was yellow box.
Gross. Well, I hope she's all right. I'll see if she's all right in a minute. Earlier, she seemed like she was kind of not feeling too good, so. But dogs get that way sometimes, so maybe she's just like, I'm not feeling like good today. All right, here we go. There we go. See, there's a little Mr. Maggot in all of us, right? Huh? Bam. So, my basic design idea for Mr. Maggot is pretty much what Mr. Maggot was going for. Other than my wife, did I get my wife? I did actually. I did just go get her some smokes, y'all. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. I'm gonna use my old Mr. Maggot as the basic design also. So between him, you know, God dang it. Yeah, well, anyway, between the old Mr. Maggot and then the basic design there, you know, I think he'll be all right. But I'm going to use the monster clay to make him actually work instead of the old dry clay, because although this is working good, it was just adding that extra clay to give him the bulbous wrinkles wasn't going to work. And Monster Clay is like kind of wax based, and you can heat it up to apply it. Love the top hat. Yeah, thanks. Well, somebody else suggested the top hat after I was carving that once, and they were like, "Dude, you gonna give him a top hat?" I'm all, "Yeah, a top hat works." Because Mr. Maggot, it just makes sense. So if I ended up making him into like a little magnet, my original thought was to make him a little like a fridge magnet that he could just stick on the fridge, and he'd be like, ah, you know, like a fridge maggot. Oh, I just realized that sounds stupid, but actually accurate. So I may make resin copies of him when he's done as fridge magnets that you can stick on your refrigerator. And if I do that, then I would probably make it where he was more banana shaped, like a pupa, you know, and he would have like his little body like that, you know, and of course like his little eyeballs and his mouth, and his little top hat was in here.
Did you eat something that's not yours?
You know what I mean, like that. And he'd be like, "Oh,
Sorry.
he'd be like that." And then the magnet would be back here.
Not yours.
You know what I mean? So that way when you stuck him on your fridge, he'd be like a little banana magnet kind of deal.
That's
What did he eat?
my cookies.
Did you find the bowl?
Yeah, in the dog room.
Really? Man, I told you. We'll get you more cookies.
And I don't want to make them.
Huh?
And I don't want to make them.
Well, we'll take care of it, sweetie. I know. These dogs are smart, though. They go, "Hey, there's something in that bowl that I can eat. I'm going to get that bowl and
Next
open
time
it."
he does, I'm going to kick his ass like 20 times.
Can't be mean to the dog for being a dog.
Yeah, I can.
No, you cannot.
Yeah,
That is not fair. The dog.
Dumb.
No,
I
listen.
just did it.
Okay, quit. The dog is just smelling something good, and it's Ariana's fault because she didn't put it far enough in the middle of the table.
Exactly. Mom saying no, it's not. Probably because Sparty just jumped up.
He did jump up, but we have to put things up where he can't get them. She doesn't pay attention to where she puts anything.
So she lied.
Goodbye. I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't want to get in trouble. She's not going to say she put it at the edge.
Exactly.
And she doesn't remember where she put it. She just threw it up there because she didn't pay attention. So it's not a lie. It's just she didn't care where she put stuff. So she wasn't paying attention where she put stuff. So she just tossed it up there. Wherever it went is where it went. God, this is going to start an argument. Dang it, stole my lame joke. Oh my God, here we go. Like, I really want to deal with this today, guys. Come on. Anyway, one. But I need something else because, see, if I create him into some magnets, dang it, stole my lame joke. The fridge maggot was going to be your lame joke. Dude, I'm full of lame jokes. But anyway, if I make him into, I might have to make two versions of him. I may have to make a little rubber monster version for the like Muscle Man styled figures, and then I might have to make a resin version and build the remaining bottom half. Yeah, that's what Monster Clay does. You can literally pull it back out. It's fine. I could finish building his bottom half by sticking more clay on there. Duh. You know? It's exactly the whole point of what it's for, is you can reuse it. Duh. God dang, I'm dumb. Really? Come on. Stop spilling tea everywhere, you ding dong. Anyway. But yeah, that's why Monster Clay exists. So, cool. I will have to try to utilize that new magical found power of Monster Clay's ability to be reused. And then I can build a... Shut up, dogs. But yeah, then I can build another, like the second part. Like, so there'll be a fridge magnet version. And then there'll be a little rubber monster version. Neat. And what's the point of the little rubber monsters? I don't know. It's just cool. Bullshit. And actually, what I was thinking about doing was making little extra, like extra little weapons, even. You know, I think that'd be kind of cool. So not for him; he doesn't have hands. But God, dogs. It's because my grandma's here. I love how our house, we have like 2.5, 3 stories, whatever, the finished attic. All it is yelling. We need an intercom system. My wife and I keep saying we got to get an intercom system in this damn house because somebody's in the damn kitchen. People are upstairs. And for some weird reason, everybody here thinks that you can just hear them in like a whole house away. They're like, "Wah! Wah!" And then when you're sitting here, you're just like, hi, Grandma.
Hi. Where's the little one?
Upstairs, I think.
Oh.
Spartacus ate her cookies, so she's sad.
What?
Spartacus ate her cookies, so she's sad.
Why?
Because Ariana ate some cookies, left the bowl close enough to the edge of the table counter where Spartacus could get it. Spartacus knew there was cookies, jumped up, got the cookies. So,
Ariana wasn't here.
Ariana, yes, Ariana, lives here. So
I know, but when I got the cookies,
no, but we didn't just eat cookies immediately.
So is she back in now, Ariana?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
What are you crunching up over there, dog? Oh my God, dog.
I want to ask you something.
Well, I'm live on the internet, so might not. Yeah, what happened to that?
Well, the story I'm supposed to tell you is I got in a fight with a ninja.
Oh, okay.
And you ought to see the other guy.
Okay, that's a good story.
There was a limb hanging down from the back tree, and I reached up there. It wasn't a very big one. Reached up there and pulled it down, and I didn't realize it had scratched my face. So Carlina came home, and she said, "You got chocolate all over your face." I said, "I haven't eaten any chocolate." She said, "Well, it's either chocolate or blood." Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
She said, "It's either chocolate or blood." So I went and looked, and I wet my fingers and wiped it, and it didn't come off. And I said, "Must be blood then." And that was yesterday, I think. So I don't know. She said, "Tell Nevek, or tell Eric that you got in a fight with a ninja, and that you ought to see the other guy."
Okay.
So, have you got your stimulus check?
Probably. But we're alive, so whatever. You don't want anybody to hear.
I think the kids are.
You can just wait, and we'll talk about it later, Grandma. And yes, I already think so. Yeah.
And
I already have plans on stuff, so we'll talk about that later.
I could put the vax in his savings.
It's fine. We'll talk about it later. Bye.
Okay. Love you too. So what are you building now?
Oh, I'm just working on some designs.
I would tell you about the little squirrels we saw.
No.
You didn't tell Daddy about the squirrels?
I hold a baby squirrels.
Did you really?
Levi, the one I go to church with. He cuts down trees and stuff, and they was out last Thursday, I think it was, he said, cutting down trees. And there was 3 baby squirrels in the trees, and one of the guys gave them to Levi and them. And so I called Levi the other day and asked him if we could come over and see him. When did you spend the night with his Monday and Tuesday? Yeah. For Tuesday and Wednesday.
So anyway,
she went over and said, they're just about 6 weeks old and they're so little bitty. And so she held him and crawled up on her and
neat.
all that. And Levi has his sweatpants. It's got 2 back pockets in them. And he said each squirrel slept in his
Yeah,
pockets.
it sounds like a good idea till he sits down.
I asked him, I said, well, you didn't get to sit down. He said, no. He said, I laid down in the floor. And they slept in my pockets for about an hour.
If he laid down on the floor, then wouldn't he still sit?
On his stomach, honey. Where you got mismatched?
And stuff.
No, she's got clothes at my house.
All right.
Well, I can cut that one pair of shorts off.
I said panties for
Oh,
taking
I
a bath
think
night. And take a bath tonight.
Yes, she took a bath.
I'm looking at the camera, but it doesn't
She
think
took a
that
bath Tuesday.
I know,
night.
it's 'cause the
guess
camera's
it
right there.
wasn't
There's no camera. That's the camera.
This is the camera?
Yeah, that's the camera.
Did that one too?
Yeah, it's on. It uses this camera for both of them.
How?
Because it's just using one camera for both things.
Okay,
I
guys.
don't know. I love you. Bye.
I'll see you later. Bye. All right. You need to get some different.
No, she used 2 different socks. You did, I just bought you brand new socks.
Your how does your foot feel?
Anyway,
Okay. Okay, come on.
so now
Better?
No, not there.
I need to come up with some other cool little monster design. for
Well, we'll look at it.
if I was going to build an empire of little rubber monster people, what would I want? I swear to God, you dildo. I have a large dog directly under me that's about to just jump up and run around in a minute. I know better. So his design, I kind of cheated because I already knew what it was. Duh. Going off the ideas of anything else, like what else would be cool? You know, I love skulls. I love like deer people and creepy shit like that. But whatever I make needs to be within reason that I can mold it in a single mold. Because a lot of the things I make, I don't have a mold on hand that I can show you. Yeah. But you know, a lot of the things I make, I generally have in a single mold block. And if it's an action figure of any sort, I have it cut so I can just flip the mold, so I can mold it, just put the stuff down in it, it comes up, and then I can just pop it out. Bam, I'm done. It's great. It's easy. I don't like making multiple complex molds. I'm not that smart and that good and intricate with my mold designing process. Some people get into like 5-piece mold design. I'm like, fuck that. You know, I'm not making something crazy. You know, the most complicated thing I made was an action figure of myself. I made an action figure of myself, which has movable arms, movable head, and movable waist, which worked out pretty good. But it's still prototype capable, prototype position, prototype based. And then, oh yeah. Hold on. I don't know where the other guy went. He was around somewhere. Still prototype based. It's over there somewhere. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, I don't want him to move. I want him to be more just like the old Muscle Man characters and be, you know, 2 inches high styled. So that would be cool. I thought it'd be an homage to my childhood. There is a whole bunch of people though that like love those and do those still. That I've discovered that I'm amazed by their skill. Their skill and their abilities are. So I gotta hit them up and be like, hey, where do you get your rubber for that? Because I want that. I want that feel, that old design. And I also got to figure out what exactly I want to name it for fun. For fun. It's not something to put a whole bunch into. Yes, Grandma, you don't have to tell me you're going to the bathroom. You can just go. It's an adult thing you can do.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just letting you know. But I do want to have like I was thinking about doing like, I don't know if I'll get arrested for it or illegal, but you know, like Jason and Freddy and, you know, those style. But I know that intellectual properties are very copywritten and people are like, you know. But if I was to create caricatures like that, then what I was thinking was, if I had a character like, you know, just something, it doesn't even matter, right? Just start with a head, some kind of hulking, scary guy, you know, who have like his hand, you know, out with his thumb so he could hold things, you know. What I was thinking was I could create in resin like weapons, you know. I thought that'd be kind of cool because then you could have these like little hard plastic things that would fit, you know, in the hand. That, you know, that'd be little rubbery hands. So you could just, boop. Or even if they were resin based, you know, then even if they were resin based characters of some sort, you know what I mean? Like, then they'd still be hard, but I could make a peg or something like that and they could work in that way. You know, I think it'd be kind of cool. It don't matter, Grandma. And you can talk loud if people don't really give a shit.
I might.
You might. It's okay though, Grandma.
Okay, buddy.
I love you too.
Kyra, you ready to go?
I think she's already out there. I don't even know. But you know, I mean, it could be any number of things. My foot is falling asleep. Okay, there we go. But like, I just wanted to make him a skull head guy, which I probably wouldn't necessarily make. I mean, I don't know. I do like skulls, you know, but that's kind of almost too basic, too expected, you know. But no, what are you whining about, you ding dong? Stop. Have to battle my dog here. So anyway, we're gonna kind of make his clothes a little tore and tattered and all that. What? Hang on. What? Are you stuck or do you want pettings? You want out? All right, there you go. Anyway, but that was my thought, was if he had the ability to have hands, you know, with like a thumb and his hands kind of like that, you know, kind of deal, you know, where you could stick the weapons in there. I mean, you could potentially have any number of things. Hang on a minute. My freaking Morca. You could potentially have anything in there. So, but then you'd run out of like cool weapon designs. Like you'd have to have chainsaws and all kinds of cool stuff, but which is not a problem. You know? But making my own slasher characters would be like, eh. And then the other thing is like, if I made them resin based, then I would totally think about cutting the arms fully to make them have a pivot point, which is real simple because then you just make a on the arm where it's cut, you know, right? You cut it there, and all you do is you put a knob on it. And now what I do with the other guys, I put a knob on it, and that has a little ball at the end. And then on the inside, I drill a hole. And then when I drill the hole in, so like that's a flat side, I drill the hole in with a regular drill. I take a little ball bit, and then I drill around inside and try to make a big open hole. But the problem I keep having is it kind of makes it too big. So the arms kind of get a little loose. Thing is, I'm thinking about creating, I'm thinking about utilizing just a like kind of almost a swappable feature capability. Like you could actually mix and match the characters. So if I did that, I would probably torso, arms, legs, all individual pieces at that point. And what it would be, instead of having it have a ball joint, it would just be a peg. And then each character, you could literally swap, you know, oh, well, I like this cool arm, and boop, it goes on this guy. Or, you know, oh, I like this torso with these arms and this guy's head on these legs. Boop. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. Because that'd be cool. But then they wouldn't, you could just pull them right on and off. Like they wouldn't really be I'm being attacked by bugs. They wouldn't be like super firmly stuck. You know what I mean? That'd be my only fear. But that's, again, if I'm only going with a resin style as opposed to the Kishi form, or Kaishi, I don't remember what it's called. I've never seen it said. Kaishi, probably. Because, see, then what I could do is this. If I did it that way, I could cut the bottoms, cut the tops, you know, and keep the legs separate. Kind of deal. And keep in mind, these little guys, they're actually going to be like that big, you know. This would just be like the design. overall design work, you know, kind of deal of him standing there doing his thing. But what I could do then, and that's like terrible, it's just like a body, you know, whatever. But then what I could do, like I said, is just make it where, you know, I would cut it here, then make a peg system that goes up in here, a round peg. Simple as that. And that would be standard for all bodies. So then, same thing with the arms, same thing with the head. I could just make the head have a peg, you know, that comes off of it. So you have, hi, I've got eyeballs and a mouth. And then the body would be a simple kind of, all the bodies would be the basic same overall shape, where they'd have a hole here, a hole here, a hole here, and a hole here. Then the legs, all the legs would be about the same. They wouldn't necessarily be legs. They could be like tentacles. They could be, you know, tank treads. They could be robot body legs. They could be anything. So could the bodies, you know what I mean? So here we are, we'll have like tentacles. You know, and his tentacles are keeping him up. You know what I mean? Like we could do anything like that, as long as it has the peg that comes up, and you could swap it. And then let's say like this body has like a jumpsuit or something. So it's got like that and like a little suit thing. Well, then on the arms, we could just have like ripped sleeves on one, a big buff arm, and a fist. And the other one, we could have, you know, tentacle or a crab arm, you know, and it could come out being like, oh, I've got a big crab hand of some sort, you know? And that's just the thing. They would have the pegs that would come off, and you could legitimately just, at that point, mix match. So then you can have this guy here who looks like some kind of, you know, Jason ripoff or whatever, mind you. And then you could just take it and swiggity swap the, he could have a crab arm, or he could have tentacles, or he could have, you know, whatever. I might go with that if I was to do a resin form. But then fly, I swear to God, I'm going to eat you. But again, that it just one of those things where it's like, that's if I want to go that route. Or do I just want to make it simple? One mold, one character, muscle man. You know, oh, hey, yeah, look, watch. I forgot. Look at this. I swear to God, I have everything at my disposal all the time. I have a whole bucket of muscle men right here. What? Where did this come from just now? Like, seriously? These are what I'm talking about. You know, like when you were a little kid and you had like these buckets, like these guys. Let me see. I'm just going to grab them. Muscle men, you know? God dang it. Just going to grab them. Muscle men, you know? God dang it. These guys. See? Like your old muscle men. So imagine, right? Imagine these guys. God blarned it. All right, focus, camera. There you go, buddy. I knew you could do it. So yeah, imagine these guys, you know, like that dude basically being this little muscle man, like, rah! You know what I mean? Or I could make him a slight bit bigger, you know? Just, I'm talking not even a little bit bigger, like my one character. Oh, God dang it. Where the heck did I put it? I swear to baby Jesus. Well, watch. Right down here. I'll do that. Seriously, what the fucking seriously, what the fucking Jesus? What the badonkadonk? Yeah. You know what? I had a damn figure. I built a figure. I promise I built it. And it was right up here. He was just like there. He was there. I swear. And now I can't even find my other little figures of me. Where did they go? This is annoying. Like, it's super annoying. All right, so anyway, now that I can't find shit, I can use you as a slight example, I guess. Part of one. Trying to show you what I was talking about, but no, it's a dildo. I'll find it anyway. This is my lower half. My boots. Come on. See, that's my lower half of my body with my boots and my face and my kind of dress thing that I wear on stage that I made for my figure. And it's got, like, see the little ball knob that I was talking about? And then so it'd be like that much bigger. Body would go up to here, head would go up to there. So they're about that much bigger. But I can't find the cool guy. I made a alternate figure body thing. Like, it's funny because the one thing I actually knew was up there, it's not up there, and yet I'm able to find all this fucking weird shit everywhere. So the point being is, oh, there they are. Look at that. I just looked down over there and they're all right there. All right, now. Oh, of course, my chair starts falling down. Stupid chair. So, these are my figures of me. One of my figures of myself. Conceited? Yes. Yes, I am. And so I made it where, you know, you can turn him and stuff. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they'd be like that. But instead my arms are like where they're at. And here's my alternative that I created. He's a couple. Man, you can't see a goddamn thing. I was working on him. Now, this wasn't his body, my lower part here. This is an old junk me body. So the main part of this was I was just wanting his upper body torso with the arms and the actual body, but you can't see his faces very well. But they're like, they actually look pretty good for what they are right there. They're like pretty epic. Anyway, you can't see it for shit. But so yeah, they'd be about that size. They'd be a little bit bigger. They're a couple of inches tall versus otherwise. But now I don't know. Now I don't know if I want to go with the muscle man method and just have them be little rubber guys, or if I want to go back to my idea of making figures that move. I don't know which would be cooler. Figures that move would be cooler. But at the same time, I guess if I didn't have to do the annoying ball part and they were just stick them on, you're done, you know. But then I'm afraid they'd be too loose, because if you drilled and then, like, if you drilled and you was like, you wiggled it around at all, it would, the arm would just fall right off. It would be a waste of that body. So it would have to be perfection. I'd have to do it by hand. I have to drill them by hand to make sure. I'd have to take a tiny drill, drill it, so that way it started the hole, and then I have to take the drill and fly. I have to take the bigger drill and then just make sure it goes in. That's okay. Yeah, I can do that. It's all about quality control. To a business end of you serving the public with a thing. Quality control, people. Quality control, people. Make sure you do your best. best. Anyway, so figure-wise, though, this kind of is the plan. Anyway, so yeah, originally, like I was wanting to do something kind of like a skull man of some sort. 'Cause I love skulls. So if I made like a creepy eye, I would love to make something kind of hollow-esque and weird. Not necessarily like a skull, but something more like just empty and weird, you know, like evil-esque. Almost half zombie-ish. Something dead and decayed. You know, my usual stuff. Oh, I could just turn it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Fucking shit. Anyway, so I would like to have like some hollow eyes, like be little round eyeballs. Kind of a skull, man. I should probably just work with a skull of some sort, definitely, because I want something that's very skull-esque that I could utilize. So we'll keep it skull, you know, scully-ish. Yeah. Anyway. Pretty standard skull-esque form. I love how this thing moves whenever I'm trying to do. Okay. You can kind of see it. Kind of see it. But I don't want it to be, I want it to be more hollow and empty, you know? So when I make it, I'm definitely going to have to keep that in mind. Because I want something I can... All right. Hang on a second. So I want something skull-esque that I could create. What would be the purpose behind these little guys? Because, you know, there's always the element of story also. And that drives a lot of companies to do a lot of things, like Magic the Gathering, even though it's the Titan is falling now. But its line was a very driving force for the longest time. And that was great. So, that was great. So, them having such a powerful was very important. Most companies have important storylines, very, you know, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all the old card games drove that way. A lot of games now in general use storylines to drive their product forward. So if I was to create a bunch of little, and like Muscle Man, even Muscle Man did too, they were wrestlers and they battled each other. Originally in Japan, the Kishi, Kaishi, whatever, however you say it, again, I'm not from there, and I've never seen it or heard it actually said, but the Kaishi rubber men, it was like a battle of good and evil or something like that, you know. So it's always got that kind of thing. Would I need to create a storyline? If so, I could create like a little cultist group, like little factions that would have, because I think I could do that. I think that would be neat. Little rubber men that would have little factions. And you could get like little packs of each one, and they would be like, you know, like, oh, this is Whatever faction. Could I create a game based around that that would be fun and entertaining and simple? Something you could just play for fun, like, you know, nothing expansive where you have to like buy a whole bunch of extra garbage. No. Just something that would be like, oh, here's a couple of cute game ideas you could do with these little guys. And maybe. If so, then just making a little skull man would be cool, because then, you know, I could take little skull man, you know, and I could implement him into a much more broader group of ideas, you know, like here he would be just a basic little skull man, right? This marker is garbage. Trading out my markers. Marker power, I don't know. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa, that's a whole world of difference in markers. But, you know, so if he just had some little skull head guy, right? Cute, quaint. Then easily I could make him into like a little cult of those guys, right? So from that, you could obviously have another one. And yeah, I'm making these skulls a little distorted from a normal skull. That's my point. I want them to be kind of like, you know, a cute little creature of some sort. Not necessarily human, but, you know, obviously something close to. So you know, they're a little bit more bulbousy or whatever. Anyway, I like that idea. The eye's bigger. Like this one here kind of screwed up a little bit. But if I made him culty-ish, I could put like a hood on him. What else would be cool? What else? First of all, what else would we do with it? You gotta give him like an overall body shape, which I want kind of something. I don't want necessarily like that, but you know what I mean? Like, I want him to be more, again, I want them all to be kind of this bulbousy, like candy drop kind of thing. Not necessarily, but like hunched over, more like I want him to have something to him. So like if he was like in a cult thing, he would have like a hood, you know, kind of deal going on. You see what I mean? And that would make some sense. That looks terrible. That's a terrible hood. But you get my idea. My point is he'd have like a hood. You could have a hood going on of some sort, some kind of cloak thing going on, maybe. That's a terrible. It looks so far like he's got hair. He just has hair now. He's Elvis. He's just a zombie Elvis. Maybe I could just make zombie Elvises. See? That's what I'm gonna do. Just yeah, well, since my baby left me, I don't know what's the song. I don't know the lyrics to it, so I can't actually try to make that sound worth a shit. But you know, now I'm thinking I'm gonna make him into zombie Elvis. Dang it. The problem with starting to make things up, you're like, you know what? Maybe I could do this instead. That might be hilariously awesome. So all right, maybe I should look into it. If I love robots, I love zombies. You know, we could have aliens, just general monsters. All kinds of neat little things design-wise. So we could, with zombies, we could do zombie Elvis. We could do zombie. I also don't want this to be too over adult-esque. So like I was just thinking, oh, I could do zombie Kurt Cobain. Yeah, now for zombie celebrities. But all the celebrities die with like drug overdoses. So that wouldn't really be something you could let your kids have. But zombies are cool, and kids love zombies, and aliens and robots and monsters and all that stuff. So let's see here. Dang. I mean, if I really wanted to go this route, I could make some pretty crazy. Would you stay still, you dildo? I mean, if I really wanted to go this route, I could make some pretty crazy. Would you stay still, you dildo? Maybe I should just do something creepy and weird. Not worry about making anything particular. Maybe instead I should just kind of go, here we have an eyeball. Here we have a skull nose. Kind of want to make him a little bit different, not just your standard stuff. Maybe not like an eye patch, but something. Maybe he should have some kind of something going on here. So hold on a second. We already know. This is what I'm saying. If I created a skull pattern that was a unique little, I could just kind of modify it for all the little cultist people, and that would be kind of cool, because then you could tell they were in that faction. I think that might be cool. So if we did that with like this little guy, we could kind of be like, oh, here's this little skull man. Oh, that was God. Oh, Jesus. He's like got a comb over now. Now he's that comb over skull head guy. But I was going to say he could have like kind of robotic things going on here. Some kind of maybe tentacles or something. Like something else is going on, obviously, in this dude's existence. Something like that, maybe. Is what I'm thinking. So then what I could easily do is integrate with his little body, like some kind of crazy bulbous stuff going on over here. You know what I mean? And like a tentacle, some kind of fat tentacle thing going on. That'd be cool. Little fat tentacle back on that side. And then you could kind of be like, oh, I'm this weird little skeleton man. And but anyway, bulbousness. About to get off on my paper. Weird bulbousy crazy stuff, trying to think where I want to go with it, but you could have like and see, that's why I have a pencil. Pencils are important, because then you're just like, okay, I could have him kind of bring his arm up here, and he could have like tentacles and all that stuff there, and so then his weird little cultist dress could have tentacles coming out of underneath it, kind of thing also. And maybe have his other little skeleton hand kind of being like, I'm a little skeleton man. All right, let's just go with that for a second. So on this side here, if we were like, oh, blarg, we could have like a tentacle coming off of it and going like around. And what's funny is you might think, oh, hey, that's going to be a lot of complicated shit to create. Nah, it's really not. I mean, it is, but it's not at the same time. You know, I do this kind of stuff a lot because I love making crazy, weird little things. So it's kind of the stuff I do anyway. And so I do love them, making these things like this. To be and then here we can just have like, he kind of got like a bony hand thing going on because he's a skeleton. And then we can have like there's like a tentacle thumb going on or something, you know, and have like other tentacle fingers. Kind of coming off of it, you know. Now they won't look exactly like this, of course, but you know, like some weird just tentacle hand thing going on. Maybe it should just be like one giant tentacle. Might be part of my plan here in a few. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. His little dress. Now I'm not going to make these tentacles all super big or nothing. But making his little dress, his little, you know, cult dress thing here. And then we have another tentacle come out right here. But, you know, you can kind of get the hang of it. He'll be kind of a weird, sloppily mess of cool stuff, possibly. And then, I don't know, maybe his other hand. Maybe his other little hand, though, we could do something cool with. I don't know. Hang on. Let me just finish up some of this cultist robe action here. So it kind of maybe differentiates where he's at. I don't know. So you can see kind of. But I was thinking for this part, I like. Maybe we could have his little other hand come out over here. I don't know. Maybe we could just do like a kind of a whatever, you know? Because here's his little cultist robe action. Maybe we could just have a little like, yeah, because see, he's got weapons too. So maybe we could just do like a little hand, you know, like the other guys. And maybe make it like a little skeleton hand, I guess. Duh. I probably should have thought about that before I did that. But we'll make it like little knuckles, you know, like little knuckle bones. And we could just do that. So that way you could put, you know, like a knife or something in there. I wasn't drawing the You Should Illustrate a Kid's Book. Actually, here is the deal on that one. Watch. Currently, I'm working on the designs for Duck Bear, which is a children's book I'm designing. I'm not kidding. I've started the design work for Duck Bear, which is a children's book about, well, actually, I originally wanted the bear or the Duck Bear to be two different characters. There we go. So Duck Bear was originally two different characters, which was friends, Duck and Bear. And the initial idea of this book was to have it where it could grow with your children's educational needs. So it was kind of an educational book for schools and stuff was my original plan, or parents who had the idea not just to read a book to their kids, but to help their kids grow in general. And so it had a lot of stuff where initially you could just read it as a book to kind of like, okay, you're going to bed, kiddo. Here you go. It's a book about moral values of this duck and this bear that would go along this town of other anamorphic people, and they would help them with their needs. So like, oh, there's a cat in a tree. Let's help them get the cat out of the tree. Let's respect each other. Let's help carry in groceries for our elderly neighbors. Let's do this. Let's do that. Right. The educational aspect of the original idea, do that, right? The educational aspect of the original idea was in that it also came with kind of games you could play. So horribly, Brindlefly accident melted them into being of pain and suffering. The duck bear existence is pain, correct, known as the platypi. And I'm glad you just joined in right now. The entire time I've been talking about designs I'm working on for completely other things, and no, now it's Brundle Duck Bear, and but the original plan then was at that point there you could utilize some of these learning games in the book that had kind of like a secondary activity in the book. It's like an activity book. It's really hard to explain. I had it all figured out and mapped out. However, I had to use a pseudonym, because I'm the creepy guy, and I make stuff like that back there, scary horror stuff. And I'm in a band where I have a metal penis that shoots sparks, and I'm very non-child friendly, but yet I have a whole army of children. So I kind of was like, I actually have kids too. Duh. Even us monsters can have children. It's true. So fast forward a few years because, again, very discouraged. And I was like, fuck it. This isn't going to work. I have too much built up against me. And I was like, I'm going to write a kid's book. Fuck it. But I have a new plan. I combined them to Duck Bear, which is a platypus, basically. A little fuzzy duck bear thing. So I started kind of design work on Duck Bear, which is going to be just, I don't want it to be a generic look, but I want it to be a cute look. So I'm kind of working with this, and I'm kind of going away from the hair because, a lot of them have like these little like, oh, let's just have a little snook of hair. Kind of going away from that. I kind of like the bald look. Don't really want a hat. The little hair spriggets, though, are almost like a standard for any, kind of character, like, oh, there's a character. They got to have that on their head. It sucks. So, yes. Anyway, Sean, Duck Bear, I am actually working on a kid's book in general. However, it has changed from being about, I realize that in the past few years, the world's gone insane. And so it's going to be, instead of it being more of an activity-based book, I think the idea was a good one. And I still want to tweak that, but I need to get together with maybe some child psychologists and people like that could help make sure I'm on the right path. I would not want to release something that would be just on the fly, the Brundle fly, and have it not do what it's supposed to do. So instead, when I work on this kid's book, what I want to do is the first story with them, or with him, them, they are together, they are one. The first one with Duck Bear, I want to be about acceptance, because that's more focused on today's world. And I don't want to pander to today's societal bullshit and all that crap there, but at the same time, Duck Bear fights ninjas. See, now we're talking business. But that's a little more teenage Duck Bear era. That's what we're going to be going for there. Oh, what? Oh, don't get zucked again. Thanks. Oh, holy crap. I didn't realize my messages over here on Facebook are still going. But learns to accept and then becomes a ninja Duck Bear. You know, Chuck, I'm waiting for your movie, buddy. I'm waiting for your movie to be done, and after that, maybe you can. I'll work out a deal with you on the licensing for Duck Bear versus Ninjas, and but oh, to catch Chuck up and anybody over here watching that I'm designing. If you guys know what muscle men are, I want to design a few little figures that I can create into the Kaishi muscle men styled. When the McDonald's shake machine actually works, then the movie will be done. Okay. So never, you son of a bitch. No, Chuck, you enticed me. You wetted my whistle. And damn it, sir, I demand you have to do something. You have to. Just like I need to do something. I have to do something. We're in the same boat, buddy. I know. We got to get something done, though. We do. We have too much that I know you can show the world some amazing stuff. You know? Got to do something. You know, Sean, I got a question for you, buddy. Let me ask you this. And this has nothing to do with your art skills or anything like that. I can only work so many corners at once. Oh, well, I know, but I mean, if the corner of, 6th and Prospect isn't getting you, the 20s, you might have to go down a street, I'm just saying, buddy. You gotta broaden your turf. I know some of those turf wars with some of them bitches get you cut, but dude, you gotta step up your hoeing game. You gotta step it up. That's how you make them big bucks. Sucking them big bucks. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I should probably not talk. So, I'm designing some little figures. I just find random drinks on my table now and drink them. I don't think they're any good. But anyway. But yeah, Chuck, I'm designing little figures, like little muscle men. Which again, if you don't know what those are like these little guys from back in the day. The little rubbery guys. I was literally about to say those bitches will cut me. Yeah, I know where you're gonna go with that. And so what I want to do is I want to make some little rubber guys. I think that'd be cool. I already had my own action figure guy it worked out, but I'm still having some issues. Chuck, you know what? No, let me ask you, buddy. You're a smart man. Ish. So Chuck, here's my thought. You know what? Because you're get up. This is my bucket of I found down there. I swear to God, I didn't even remember it was down there until I was doing this, and I was like, "Oh, they're right here." Bloop. So anyway, Chuck, if I was to create, God damn it, hang on. All right. So here's the deal. These little guys, right? The old muscle men. Okay. Bam. The little rubbery guys, they're kind of slightly rubbery, neat little guys. We all had these when we were kids. I mean, I did. I love these little guys. These little bastards are amazing. This is what I kind of was wanting to go with for these guys, right? So kind of just basic design. What I was thinking was creating maybe a little hole in their hand and maybe little bitty weapons, but that might be too small. Okay. So if they were like that, I think that'd be neat. Okay. Now, Chuck, if you remember a while back, I was talking about me creating my action figure of myself. So this is one of them. I actually do have a giant robotic arm that I built. If you've ever seen the pictures of me in my demon suit, I have two of them. I have one giant chainsaw arm that drags the ground, and then I have this giant mechanical three-fingered beast of an arm. And that looks pretty accurate to it, actually. It's got like a skull on the wrist and skull up there and big hoses that go down. Thank you. Anyway, so the action figure of me that I've got multiple versions of it, but they move at the waist. God dang it, the light's garbage. They move at the waist, the arms move, and the little heads move. And I have like a few different heads. This is my bag head version. you know. And then I also have the version where the legs are like a dress kind of thing. Anyway, a little bit of a size difference, not much, not much. So I can work within this range. Anyway, these guys are put together with a peg system that has a little round knob on it. The problem with these guys is I have to be very careful, and I've already screwed up so many of these. This is why this is not going to be on prototype. If I don't get the drill just right when I do it, or shit just right, they become really loose and floppy, you know, and then you don't get them bucks. So I'm thinking if I create these little figure guys instead into joint articulated ones, maybe doing them on a just straight pin system, so you can even swap their arms and their torsos and their heads back and forth. That's what I'm thinking. So instead of having the little ball where once I pop them in, they're stuck and they never move, or I mean, they never pop out, which I like this. I like this little figure having the little action capabilities. You can't lose his parts. He's all together one piece, you know? I like that. However, having the ability to swap characters' parts would be kind of cool. So what do you think, Chuck? Do you think I should have just a solid piece, one character like this? And that would make my life way easier if I could just have like one little character that popped out, a little action man, like the old bees here. And if I even did it in this, because if I did the other kind like this, they'd have to be in a hard resin. If I did them like this, they could literally be like the old school muscle men, which I think would be really cool and an homage to my childhood. So the real hard one for me is, do I make muscle men as monstrous little creatures, you know, weird, whatever, you know, little monster guys? Or do I make actual action figures about 2 inches like I did with that one? Do I continue it, but just make it where they're just a simple peg system so I don't screw up? Is this something you are trying to sell to a company or to mass produce, or is this a one-man job thing? That's a good question. Probably just a one-man job thing. I mean, this is just stuff I do because I like it. So yeah, one-man job thing. Yeah, I'd say one-man job thing. And with that, you're going to say, do the single mold thing, because that'll be way easier for me to handle. I'm sure is what you're going to say. And you would be a correcta. And now I'm just trying to design some random weird stuff. That was part of what I was doing today. Like Mr. Maggot. Commission. Have people ask you to make them a monster figure of themselves. That might work. That might be cool. Well, here's the problem with that, though. I mean, it wouldn't really be a problem. A little higher price per figure. Yeah. I was going to say that would be the main thing, because then I got to put into perspective like my silicone mold making. You know, so it would be like just a one-time mold for them kind of deal. And so I would just have to put that into perspective. And that's, you know, that would definitely make it up there a little bit, because that shit's not cheap and that sucks. That's why every time I make this stuff, it's like I have to make sure the mold it sets right. I've had a couple of molds that got screwed up because of I don't know if it was temperature or something got in them. I've had a couple of molds that got set, and up the entire thing. What I made was screwed up. The silicone, it just didn't set, so it was like gummy, and I couldn't get it off of the clay that I had made it with. I couldn't get it off of there, and I just got monster clay today, dude, or yesterday, dude. So you can make monsters, but since it's just you, it's going to be hard to make a lot. Well, yeah, dude, but this is, like I said, stuff I'm going to do in my free time anyway. It's like, you know, I love creating this stuff. Stream keeps cutting out for me. Okay, see, it is having problems. I knew it was having problems. Dude, fuck YouTube. YouTube is fucking me. I haven't been on. Okay, and see, it seems weird. Okay, see, Chuck, listen. I got banned from YouTube. Okay. They shut me down. I was supposed to be unbanned like days ago. But they kept going, oh, one more day. I'm like, all right, cool. The next day, oh, it's one more day. I'm like, uh-huh. And the next day, they're like, oh, just one more day. I'm all, uh-huh. And yeah, still frame, just audio. And my dude, what's weird is my Facebook Live is doing just fine. My YouTube, though, looking fucked up. It's not you, dude. It's something wrong with my fucking YouTube. That's what I said on my Facebook. I posted a thing. I said, hey, cool, I'm off Facebook or YouTube jail now. But I said, what are they going to restrict me with now? Because they've already taken away my followers getting notifications. They've already taken away, you know, like I'm not allowed on any of the promotional stream things, like any of the promotional stuff where they'll suggestion pages and stuff like that. Dude, I'm so stripped of everything now from YouTube because I did a review and Paramount didn't like it. So they were like, we don't like your review. And I'm like, okay. And I battled them and I've had copyright strikes on me from a few places because whatever. I used royalty-free music once and I got a copyright strike on me from another company who used the royalty-free music also. And then they were like claiming it was their music, but it wasn't. And I appealed it. And even though I won, the strike was still there. That's cool, bro. Good thing you guys took my side. Fuck asses. So now, dude, I'm sure that my streams, my live streams from now on are going to be just crap and garbage. I'm sure this will never work again. I'm sure I'm fucked. God damn it, man. It just makes you want to quit everything, you know? It's so sad. Like this is it. This is why I get depressed about shit all the fucking time, man. Like this is what puts me down where I don't want to do anything ever. It's because I'll try really hard at something, you know, and I'll enjoy it. I don't get like a fuck ton. Like if I had 1 billion followers or something, they wouldn't even fucking question me. They wouldn't even care. They'd be like, oh, you make revenue for us out the ass with our ads on your channel. But I'm some little shithead nobody that gets like 3 or 4 people to watch. So YouTube's like, oh, fuck you. We don't need you. We need you to watch these other streams. So fuck your channel.
Eric,
What?
Mom's at KFC. Do you want anything?
Your mom's at KFC?
Yeah, Mom's going to KFC.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Chicken and biscuits, man. And get me the sweet barbecue sauce. Is she on the phone?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, wife? Can you hear me, wife? I love you. Yeah, give me a whole bunch of chicken strips and a whole bunch of biscuits and some honey and that sweet barbecue sauce, please. Okay. And maybe a Dr. Pepper, no ice. I love you. Bye.
Okay, let me go.
Anyway, I'll take a 12-piece, just FedEx it. Right, dude, by the time it gets there, I'm sure it'll be just fine. Sure, it'll be great. So, oh, also, Chuck, by the way, today I got some stickers. Sticker Mule. They sent me a free little sticker of theirs. It's backwards because of my camera. But Sticker Mule, they sent me, they were having a deal, bro. They were having a deal where it was like 10 stickers for $1 just to try them. So literally I paid like $1.08. Free shipping. For 10 stickers, for 10 3-inch by 3-inch round, 3-inch round stickers. And they came in today. They actually sent me 15 of them, which is really nice. But I only needed them for my like equipment cases and things like that. I wanted to slap because, you know, I'm taking the media production up a notch. I just want to slap them on cases so it looked a little bit better. But the Mr. X Media Solution, that's my logo. Just, I wanted it to be like mysterious. But that's what I'm going with for now. And I thought it was all right. Hopefully it is all right. But yeah, that was awesome, dude. So if you really, they're just doing like a deal to get people suckered in, because their stickers do seem pretty good. They seem pretty nice. I have no beef with the quality. I don't know how I'm gonna get it the fuck off there though. It doesn't have like one of those little bendy things. God, I'm upset now. Thank you. Oh, do you like the design? Is the design all right, you think? Mr. X Media Solutions. I mean, you know, my name is Exton, so you know, it kind of works. Mr. X. But here's the thing, I've already got like an idea for a commercial based around my media production, which is I wanted to go old school, where, you know, the guy in the trench coat, and there was like 3 kids stacked up on top of each other. Thank you. Okay. And I wanted to be like, who is Mr. X? And it would be like, you know, he's the answer to your media solution problem, or all your media problems, and make it do that whole thing. And then is he a giraffe? And, you know, have like the silhouette of the dude in the trench coat, but then like it shows a giraffe show up and he's like, maybe he's 3 kids in a trench coat, and have the 3 kids be like, you know, I thought I'm going to go with something like that. But in the end, it would just be, so it'd be a comedic, but professional looking commercial was my plan. And then that way people, I hope, would be like, wow, this guy's actually creative. All right, cool. You know, let's go with that. But I actually have a video shoot tomorrow night in OKC. So I got to get on that. And then working quite a bit with some people on some other things. So good. I'm glad you like the design though. I thought it was all right. Again, I wanted to have kind of a mystery man look to it, being Mr. X, you know. I thought that it would work out pretty good, give you that classic nostalgic, you know, back in the day kind of thing. So I thought it'd be kind of funny, but I don't want it to be too funny. I want it to be, you know, serious. It's a serious, you know, venture. It's a serious business venture. So, man, I'm gonna come up and play some fucking Hunt, dude. Yawn. Because you know what? Now I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm sad. I've talked about a lot of things, and I just really needed to get back on here and feel like I was doing something good. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to come up and hunt. Dildo. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. I know somebody just joined me over here, and I was about to get off. I was designing little characters. So I'm going to restart my action figures. Get up there. Now, Mr. Maggot, by the way, if you guys remember Mr. Maggot, he's going to be rebuilt out of monster clay. Future reference. I'm talking to you guys over here. You guys right there. I'm rebuilding Mr. Maggot because I started him at this clay, but this clay started cracking. It's dry. Monster clay is a permanently wet, but it doesn't. It's hard. It's like wax based. So I got some of that, and it seems like it's going to be pretty good. But I'm going to start recreating stuff. So Mr. Maggot's going to be one of the first ones. He's got to get a little bit smaller too. And then I'm going to make him into a fridge magnet as well. But that's going to be him. He's going to be just like a little fat maggot and with a hat. Anyway, his maggot hat. It'll be red and it'll say maggot on it instead of Make America Great Again. What would maggot be? Make America great again. That. I don't know. I'm dumb. All right. Goodbye, everybody.